That's new.
Yeah.
Nice.
Stood up a bit.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live with myself, Paul and Jenny from Host for Ghosts, Angela from South Coast Ghosts there. I'm sure Luke will be in. So tonight we're going to talk to Graham Bentley if he comes on. So Graham, if you're watching, click the link and come on, mate, because Graham's caught some really great EVPs from Luggeshore Castle, I think it is. So we'd like you to have a listen and see what you think. But there's some great captures. So we can't seem to download it, so Andrew's going to play it straight off the computer. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it and give us your comments. So please comment in and Angela will put it up on the screen. If Graham can't make it tonight, it'll be short and sweet Monday Night Live. So first on the agenda, we're going to talk about an up-and-coming event we have in association with the English Heritage. It's a paranormal night at Fort Brockhurst in Gosport for the English Heritage. So it's all charity. Everything goes all non-profitable, all goes to the English Heritage to maintain the forts and castles and all the other places that they look after because, as I say, it is a charity and they need all the money they can to keep our history alive because once our history goes, there's no getting it back. So there's still tickets available. If you'd like to head over to www.hostforghostparanormal.com, as you see on the bottom of the screen. Drop to the bottom of the screen, you'll see ticket source. Click on that and it'll take you straight to the booking and just book your tickets to come along this Saturday night, 8 till 1. It's a fort that's not been done for a long time, about 10 years, I think, if I remember rightly, since it's been done. So it'll be exciting. We're all excited to go there and be there. Obviously, we'll be there early. So please drop on and get your tickets. They are going slowly but surely. They are selling away. So don't miss out on a great opportunity. Come and meet us and join in the first paranormal investigation there for many years, as the English Heritage don't really allow this type of stuff, but they've been we're very privileged for them, allow us to get in there and have a go. Obviously, it's exclusivity to us. So we can't wait. We're all excited to get in there and see what it's going to reveal for us. I've had some REM pods sent from America. This company wants us to try, so hopefully we'll give them a run out. If Luke comes on, we can talk about Saturday night at Merrist Wood if there's anything on there. Luke wants to stay, but Graham, if you're watching, can you click on the link and come in? Oh, and just hello to Graham from Canada. Hello, welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. Jen's brother. All the way from Canada. It must be night time there now or daytime.
I think it says afternoon.
Oh, it's in the afternoon. But welcome, Graham. Thank you for tuning in. If you've got any comments, throw them in and Angela will put them on the screen. So here he is, Graham Howe. Hi, Graham. Welcome. First time on here, first viewer. So welcome onto Monday Night Paranormal Live. You caught us at a bit of we're waiting for our guest to come in and talk about his EVPs. And
hi, Gray.
I don't know who this person is, but she's just turned up.
It's a bit dodgy.
Yeah, she just worked her way in the door.
No voice.
I think she broke in, so don't worry, Graham. I'm all right on my own. I can handle it. So obviously we're waiting for Graham to come on. We're not sure where he is at the moment. The other Graham Bentley, I should say. Who's that? He said, Graham. Well, I don't know, mate. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who she is. She just comes in and out occasionally and sleeps in the chair for a while. So I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so hopefully Graham Bentley will come in tonight and talk about his EVPs. I don't know whether we can try and
tell him what EVPs mean.
EVPs is electronic voice phenomena. It's when we record disembodied voices. So we have a voice recorder, a bit like this one. This is my one, my go everywhere voice recorder. And we see it there, a Philips voice tracer. So I love it. It gets such good EVPs. So what we do is we ask the question and look for a response from spirit, disembodied. Sometimes we've had it where we've had a response. We've asked the question and we've physically heard it, or we've heard a noise and play it back on the recorder. And often we get a name, a whistle, a voice, yes, or all sorts of things happening. I take it everywhere with me when we're going out because we do get a lot of responses from it. So, and I think Luke's just bought one, so he needs to set his up to try and catch her because they are good. I mean, I'm not sure whether one recorder would catch something and another different recorder will catch something different. I'm not sure. I'd be interested to see if two recorders. Saturday, we're taking 3 voice recorders. I have 2 VP10 recorders. So, you know, the people coming can use some of our equipment. We have 2 SLS cameras we're taking that we can share out. They can use and have a look and see spirits. It's quite exciting when people see it on the screen. And we catch voice recorders. We'll take some speakers and then during a break or whatever, we can play back and have a quick listen to myself and the team, see if we can pick it up. Because, you know, the team members hear other things that I don't hear. My hearing's not that good. So, you know, they hear some things that I don't. So we'll all have a voice recorder each and try and get the people to interact, you know, have a great night. What you put in is what you get out. So we're not sure where Graham is, but Bentley, has he not replied?
No, I don't know what's going on.
No, I can't even message him on my phone because I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
So I can't even send him a message. So basically, Graham was going to come on and we could try and play some EVPs and see if you can hear them. You probably have to listen very carefully to them. And Graham's a great believer. He's very cool, calm, and very collected guy. You know, and he goes up for a walk up to Luggershaw Castle with his dog quite often. And he just talks to people, talks to spirit like a normal conversation. And some of the replies he gets are just incredible. You know, and you hear the names and you think, how has he got it? And he just talks to them like he's talking in a normal conversation. So if we try and play one, see if you can hear it. So if you're listening in, I know hopefully you are, see if you can hear it and then send your comment and see what you think you heard. And we can try and hear it back ourselves. So if Angela, this is quite, sorry.
I'll just read what Graham's put as the description of it.
Okay.
That might help to have a bit of background. It says, this EVP is when I had to cut our dog's harness off him because it got stuck. I then repaired it. I went to the castle the next day and mentioned I'd broke it and was amazed at the response. Don't think I've been asked a question by a spirit before, but it was so clearly said. Nobody there but me and our dog, and usually it's pretty quiet in the daytime.
There you go. Nice description.
I shall, hopefully you can hear it.
I said if I ain't with me, I asked for anything. You've not said your name, please, so you must have been with me. You must have been with me. You said dog. Oh, go on. So, what did you get out? Okay. Oh, go on. Okay, so, just you fix it. It's not sucking it, put it out.
Yeah.
I think you can hear. Sorry?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be hearing there.
No, I can hear something like a whisper, but it's not clear to sort of say that's a direct response. I mean, some of the stuff he has is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But obviously, it's difficult when you're playing it over thing. Graham Bentley, I'm having problems getting on. Oh, okay, Graham, we'll try and send you the link again and see what Christine. Hi, Christine. We'll try and send you the link again and see if you can get back on. So,
yeah.
So Andrew's quietly beavering away there.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, just tell them what happened the other night when you come home.
Oh, I came home here the other night.
I was at Steph's, wasn't I?
Jim was at Steph's. So I came in on the bike from work sort of parked up down the end of the bungalow. There's no lights on. The house was just, it wasn't dark, but it was just losing the light. But you could see, because we have a frosted front glass door. So I walked up, took the crash sham off like I did. And as I put the key in the door, I looked up and I saw someone walk across from the bedroom to the kitchen.
Oh.
And I thought someone was in the house. So I jumped into the garden, looked in the kitchen, and there was no one there. And when I finally opened the door and went in, there was no one. Because I thought it was Jen, because it looked like Jen walking across the door.
Yeah.
But it literally was a thick black shadow. And it literally came out the bedroom. Because as I sort of put the key in the door, I looked up and thought, Jen's in. And then went into the kitchen, but the car wasn't in. As I came in, the car wasn't there. I thought, well, it can't be Jen because the car's not here. And I sort of jumped over and quickly looked in the kitchen, and there was nothing there, but it was a solid black figure that walked from the bedroom, literally walking into the kitchen, because the bedroom's slightly, you walk out slightly down a bit of a hallway and into the kitchen type where Andrew's finished and knows. And it literally came out of the bedroom. And as I looked, I stood there watching it go into the kitchen. I thought, there's somebody in the house. Sort of jumped over to look in the kitchen window. Of course, there was nobody there. Came in the door, sort of walked around and looked everywhere and thought, what did I just see? Walked through that corridor, literally across. And when I said to Jen I said, you ain't going to believe what I saw here tonight. And I thought it was her. I literally thought it was her that's come on.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, Graham. Welcome. Hi, Luke.
I've had to go that about 20 times and I could not get on it.
Oh no!
It said you sat in. It said you're waiting to be put on, and I thought, okay, then. I sat there.
Oh, what?
Nothing happened. No, I'm on. I'm here. That last EP you played.
Yeah.
That last EP you played. When I said about the dog and his harness.
Yeah.
That I couldn't really hear any of that, to be honest. I did listen. I couldn't hear it. But he did say, straight after I said about the harness, did you fix it? It was clear as day he said that.
I thought that was you still talking, saying that you'd fixed it. Because I did hear it.
Because but that weren't me, because I said I'd broken the harness today, and he said, as soon as I said it, he says, did you fix it? I wouldn't say, did you fix it, would I?
Oh, I thought that was you.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't me. No, that was them. That was something else. That was I wouldn't have said that, would I? I wouldn't say, did you fix it? I knew I mended it anyway, so I didn't say that.
Yeah.
He said, did you fix it? Whoever was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that at all. No.
Who do you think that was then, Graham? Because you seem to get quite a
Dob.
different...
I think it might be a spirit called Dob. Obi, his name is.
Oh,
I sent you an EVP. I sent you an EVP that said Obi's name on there. He said Obi here. Well, that he said it. Did you recognise the accent? Because he had a Wiltshire accent. He goes Obi here. When you hear the accent, he's got like a Wiltshire accent. Yeah.
So he's a local then.
That's the first time I heard him say anything.
That's the first time I've heard a voice with an accent, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be, yeah. And it's the first time I'd ever had a question asked me.
Yeah.
By a spirit. I mean, I normally ask the questions. They don't ask me the questions. I normally ask them.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant, I thought.
That was very good, yeah.
I think you get some sort of friendship with them.
I think trust.
You go up there and you talk all the time. I talk all the time up there, non-stop I talk. They must get sick of me. I don't know.
It's probably too quiet. They enjoy you coming round for a conversation, no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, they sort of say things in between me saying something. I'll say something. I'm talking to Harvey sometimes, but I'm talking just out, sort of loud. We're not loud, but there's nobody's around anyway, so I don't look silly. So, I mean, if there's anybody walking around, I would do it. But I mean, most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, I go up there. I go in the morning about 10:30, 11 o'clock if I go, and there's nobody up there. Absolutely nobody. And that's when I get the best stuff. When I'm sort of up there by myself.
Some of them are really good. Some of them are really impressive, don't they?
I can't believe it myself.
It is like you're having a conversation, isn't it?
Yes,
Because you hear you talk about to the dog, and then you hear the conversation in the background. You think, well, who's he talking to if he's there on his own?
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, I did send it before, I think, but I was, because I get a lot of things when I take the car, when I go back to the car, and I normally put I keep the recorder running. I put it on top of the car roof above the driver's side. I put my dog in the back.
Mhm.
Well, most of the time you can hear me whispering or talking, in the distance to my dog, and somebody will just say something by the microphone.
Oh,
I
right.
mean, last time someone said Zoe, the name Zoe. And I've had somebody say, when I actually asked the question, I said when I was going to get in the car, I said before I left, I said I'll be back soon. I might come back next week. And this voice says, "If you say so." Clear as that. It was as clear as that. "If you say so," he said.
And what voice recording you use, Graham? What voice recording you?
It's an Olympus. It's an Olympus. I don't think it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
It's an Olympus. It's a digital WS 852 Olympus, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't get
It's
no static really. Oh, it's an amazing thing that is. Yeah, it is. That's the only thing I use there. I don't use nothing else. I don't go taking pictures or nothing. I just use that.
You don't need to, because the conversations you have.
Yeah.
Well, I only ever go there. I only ever go up the castle. That's the only place I go really. And I don't need to go anywhere else.
Andover way, yeah.
Yeah, that's Ludgershall.
Ludgershall.
Ludgershall Castle. Yeah, it's a lovely old castle. It's really in ruins though. It's pretty ruined.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely walk around with a dog. It's a great place to walk with a dog. I go up there quite a lot, really. But I always do voice recordings when I go there. I always walk around with it, and I walk and I ask questions. I've had all kinds of stuff up there, though.
Do you always get a response then?
Quite 9 out of 10. Every time I go, I'll get some response of at least 2 or 3 things. I'm only there for about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that's in 45 minutes. I just walk
brilliant.
around talking.
You've never been up there at night then? You just go during the day?
Went up, I'll tell you a couple of good things at night. I went up there with a couple of friends a year ago, 2 years ago maybe. At the time, they had a big fence around the tower because it was a bit dodgy, and obviously things were falling off. So they actually cordoned it off with this big metal fence, like a big mesh fence thing, all the way around it. And we went there one night, and it was all fenced off. And I was stood outside the fence, but outside the tower. I think I said this actually to you as well. 8 years ago, last year, a couple of years ago. I was outside and I had my camcorder filming towards the tower entrance through the mesh sort of thing, and it was on a tripod and it was sort of filming. And then I thought, oh, I'll move it, right? And I had my voice recorder going at the same time. Well, I stopped the camera and I moved it around the other side of the tower, and on my voice recorder, when I moved it, somebody was hitting the fence. Somebody like with a metal rod or something, or a sword. It might have been a sword, I don't know. But somebody was hitting the fence for about a minute, and it was like hitting it like it was metal on metal for about a minute or so, over a minute. Well, the whole time I moved it, and after I moved it and put it back on again, it stopped. It was on my voice recorder.
Oh wow!
They must have
That's
thought.
Incredible, isn't it?
It was amazing to hear. Well, I didn't hear anything at the time. I never do. I never get anything.
Oh wow!
Very rarely. Well, I don't think I have heard it. I don't hear a lot.
Yeah,
but that was incredible. And I tell you another funny thing about that particular thing was last year, or this year, was it last year? Must have been late last year. I was going around again, and they'd taken all the fencing away. There's nothing there. And I was walking around the tower, and I said, I said they had a fence right here last year, or whenever it was. I said there was a fence around it, and I hit it, and there was I was moving the camera, and somebody hit it quite a few times. I said, could you hit it again? Right, there was no fence there. I said, could you hit it again? And on my voice recorder, you can hear someone hitting a mesh fence. But there's no fence.
wow.
And that was
There's no
incredible
fence.
because there was no fence there. But you can still hear this mesh being like a mesh when you hit a mesh fence.
Yeah.
You can hear it. It sort of makes a rattle, sort of. It was that. It was exactly the same sound. That was incredible. Yeah, again, I couldn't believe that. I mean, to actually hit something that weren't there.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't work that
How
out.
can that be?
I can't understand that. I can't work that
How
out.
can that be? Yeah.
Honestly.
Have you got another one, Angela?
Oh, this is the one where you said about Obby or Dob.
Oh, Obi, yeah, Obi here. Obi, yeah, you listen. Just do that.
Yeah, you hear it. Yeah.
You've got an accent. I think it's not a Wiltshire accent. But
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? You clearly hear that, don't you? Obi here.
Yeah, Obi here. Yeah, I was asking to see if any spirits around, any other spirits, and I never heard it anyway. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear that. But on the voice of the recorder, it said Obi here, clear as day, Obi here. And I've been talking to Obi ever since. Him and Henry.
And you don't know who he is?
As well.
Do you think he's a farmer?
I've been trying to find out. I don't know, but he does know Henry. He does know Henry because I've asked about if Henry knows Obi, and he does. He said yes, so he does know Obi. Wow. So Obi might have been one of the party who went with him when he went to the castle. I don't know, but there's so many things. I mean, I bought a book on Henry III to try and see if I could find some stuff out, but it's quite a big book, and I haven't really read it yet. But there's a lot of interesting stuff that I've seen. A couple of things. Yeah. But and that
was his hunting lodge, was it, or
that it was a hunting lodge? Yeah, it was most of the time. It was a hunting lodge. Yeah, because King John had it before Henry.
Oh, okay.
That's another thing I had over there, which was quite good. I don't think I posted that one either. It's I was asking. I was saying about Henry, and I was saying about King King Richard. That's right, because King Richard is Henry's uncle. And I actually said on my voice recorder, his Henry. Sorry, but when I say is Richard King. So first of all, I said King John. Then I said, "Oh, King Ed is Richard. Is King Richard your uncle?" And he says, "Yes, he is. He is." He said, "He didn't say he was. He said he is. So he obviously still is, even now." And then I said, "Yeah. Are you coming round with us?" He said, he said, yes. He said, I said, are you coming round with us at the moment? And Henry said, oh, yes. Like that. Oh, yes. After I said it. Man. So, and it was clear. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like, I hear a lot of voice calls on the telly, which people put me, and you can't hardly hear what they're saying.
No.
You can hear a mumble jumble, but I get really clear as day responses. I can't understand why, but I don't know. It's weird. It's brilliant though. I love it. Clear. That's why the more I go, yeah.
That's probably down to your recorder. You know, you get them so clear. Yeah. It's such a good recorder.
Yeah. There's no static on there. There's no interference. Nothing. I could just get a clear. What I record is what is there. Yeah. I get a lot of wind. If it's windy, I'll pick up the wind. Because it does pick up the wind if it's windy. But sometimes it picks up wind, but it's not windy. So I don't know what that is about.
That's normally Jen's trick. Jen's quite windy.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, well, it's not me doing it. It's not me doing it. But it is quite. Yeah, some of the stuff is. Like, I go home and I listen to another thing I do, which is I don't know how many people do it. But when I get home, I listen to my recordings about 6 to 8 times, the whole thing. Not in one go, but I listen to it over like a period. Then I'll go listen to it again, and until if I do discover something, I keep listening to it until I can work out what it is, or as long as it's nothing else, you know. So most of the time, I can actually say like that's not me doing that, and there's only me there. And the dog there. Sometimes my wife comes with me. She picked up the one with Henry. She was the one that discovered Henry. And that was the very first one that we caught with Henry's name. And also, was it Eleanor said she was there. She said, "I'm here."
Oh,
When she said, "Is Eleanor here?" And then she said, "Is King Henry III here?" And he says, "Henry," as clear as day, Henry. I mean,
how mad is that?
that was the first one. That was the first time we knew that we were in contact with the spirits of Henry and
Yeah,
Eleanor.
yeah.
And
That's
we've been in
incredible, isn't
contact
it?
with them ever since. Yeah, that was about 2 or 3 years ago. That was.
Do you want me
Might
to
have been
play that
longer.
one now?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, that's really. Yeah, I like that one because that's Henry saying talking. Well, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, speak to a king. I mean, have
Yeah.
a king as a friend. I'd rather have him than Charles. I prefer Henry to Charles any day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Helen here. Are there any spirits here?
Henry.
Very
You hear
quickly,
it?
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it says Henry
That's
though.
mad.
Hmm.
I mean, it's got to be. That's
That's
got to
mad,
be
isn't
King Henry.
Well, you
Yeah.
thought so, wouldn't you? You
Yeah.
know,
Well, so,
if he was
I mean,
not,
things Eleanor's there as well. See, so Eleanor was his wife. So I assume that both of them are there because Eleanor owned the castle because Henry gave it to her as a wedding
okay,
present. So she
right.
actually, it was her. It was in her name, the castle, really. But they used to go. They went for about 20 odd years, visited every
All
year
right.
for 20 odd years. So it was quite a big place, quite a good place for them to go. They must have enjoyed going there because they went there quite a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Henry, if you look at the history of Henry, he was involved in quite a lot of castles around the country.
Yeah.
But he goes to Ludgershall Castle quite. In fact, he's a main person that they've actually recorded there. There's not a lot of other history, to be honest, with that place,
No,
with any other
that's
people that
interesting,
owned it.
isn't it? It must
Yeah.
have been a place they loved a lot to keep going
Oh
back,
yeah.
mustn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I reckon so. I'd
Yeah.
love to have
It's
seen it when
obviously-
it was actually a castle, you know, or when it was.
You,
It'd been
you can
fantastic
imagine,
to see
can't
it.
you?
Yeah.
You would see that from miles away. Is it right up on top of a hill?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it's very
You
similar,
can
sort
imagine
of.
that.
I think that. Yeah, to the what's the other one that's can't remember the name of it now. One by the river, the castle. Where you would be. I went there. And we went there. I think with Julia and that. We had an investigation.
All right.
What's that one?
Yeah.
Where is it? It's over off the M3. There's a castle. Can't think of the name of it.
Not Windsor.
But-
No.
no. It's before
That's
that.
Uh,
Can't think of it.
what's the castle?
But
just off
that's
the
another
M4?
interesting castle.
Yeah.
What's it
I'm
called?
just trying to think
Can't
which
think of
one
the
that
name of it.
is.
Yeah, it's sort of like you go around. You go off the M3 and you go around a few roads and it's along a river. Oh, what's the name of it?
Oh,
I don't know.
What's the one?
But
Yeah,
it-
come.
it's-
You'll remember it.
yeah, well, yeah. When I've gone away, I've been thinking about it all night now.
That'll always
But
be the
yeah,
way,
it's,
and then you go off and think, I know the answer to that.
oh,
It
God,
always
yeah.
happens. Always. Do you want to play the next one,
Yeah.
Jeff? Please.
Yep. We've got one at the Jamaica Inn.
Oh God, yeah. I had a few. I've had hundreds there. Okay, have shares in that place. You might not hear this one so well because it's quite. You can hear it, but Yeah, he said something before my wife said something. Actually, there's a four of us around the bed. I think they're doing starting to do some asking some questions.
Right.
And there's a voice said, "You get off. He goes, off we go. Off. Hang on, we're off again, or something. We're off again, or we're something like that. Like, you know, here we go. Oh, it's like here we go again, sort of thing.
Oh,
I can't remember what he said now, but yeah, oh, here we go. Here we go. I think he said, "Here we go. Here we go."
Same questions. Here we go again.
Yeah, here we go. That's what he did. That was the voice. It's before she started talking. I think he said, "Here we go." But it was quite quick. You know, they always say things quite quickly.
Yeah,
So I got this thing.
either beginning or the end of a sentence, isn't it? You catch it.
Yeah. Well, I started slowing them up. I put it on slow speed, and I could hear things a lot better, a lot easier on slow speed on the recorder.
I tend to slow mine down to so many seconds, frames a second.
Makes a
and then
big
you
difference.
look at the spikes of it, and you just see that tall spike. A bit there it is there, and then sort of cut it and just keep going backwards and forwards, and you pick it out. You think, there it is. I got it. I know where that is. And, you know, we've picked up some really good EVPs on our way around, and not the fault in Weymouth. We got the little voice in the tank room. Yeah, I'll send you that one. That's quite.
Yeah, send that one. Yeah, I like hearing it. Listen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I use a Olympus. Hang on, I've still got a quick. I think of it. It's an Olympus digital recorder, WS852. It is. It's that one somewhere.
You don't get much background noise with it, though, do you?
No, not at all. No, it's very. I mean, you don't pick up any signals of anything. It just records what you get. That's it. You know, basically, what you get, really. Brilliant. It's a fantastic little. I mean, it cost me. Well, it didn't cost me. My wife bought it for me. It cost about 70 quid. You know, it's not the best. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, but it's the best thing I've ever had for capturing stuff. I've got to
seems
say,
to be. Seems to catch a lot of good stuff, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it does. I mean, I think I'm not sure whether it's because of the fact I just walk around asking normally. I don't pressure them. I don't demand anything. I don't ask them to knock or bang or make a noise or jump about or rattle things. I don't ask anything like that. I just talk.
Yeah.
They seem to join in, you know. I've had my name said about 5 times, you know. My dog's had his name said about, you know, they've said my dog's name as well.
Mad,
they know Harvey, they know our dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know him. Yeah, they've had it a few times.
It's so clever that they know, isn't it? How they, you often wonder if spirit can hear you or how they interact. But for them to come back with a name of a dog, you know, it's very clever, isn't it? You know, very intelligent.
Well, the thing is, it just shows they are taking notice of you.
Yes.
What you're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Ghost Tracking Investigations have put, I got an interesting EVP in the tank room at North Fork. See if you can send it over, Jamie. We'll have a listen to that. I caught a good one. I'll send it to you, Graham. In not the fault in Weymouth. I think what you'll get is a video camera. We left it in a room locked off, and myself, Luke, and that went off to another part of the fault, and the camera sat there for nearly 45 minutes with nothing. And what you'll see on the screen is it looking at a railing, and then suddenly the railing disappears, and then you hear the microphone being played with. And then you hear Mum in the background. But the camera was on its own. It's a great capture from a camera, not a voice recorder from a. But I'll send it to you. Have a listen to it. See what you think. I think you'll enjoy that one. But right at the very end.
I enjoy all of them.
When you send yours in, I always listen to them. I play it back, and it's difficult to work because I work in quite a noisy environment in a workshop. You know, a mechanic's workshop.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I often listen to it when I get home on my phone and think, oh, yeah, he has got that. And I always comment, don't I? Say, oh, nice one.
Yeah, you do,
Yeah, I always listen to them. So, you know, don't stop sending them.
No, never did. I got quite a lot of video, though. I've caught quite a lot of voices on video, which I mean, when we was down Fort Widley, a few years ago, I was just recording, and this male voice said, "Help me." I was looking. I was on my own. I wasn't with anybody. I was by myself. I spend most of the time by myself anyway. I like to walk around by myself. But yeah, this voice said, I was only talking. I was looking down this little tunnel that's down there somewhere. It will shoot off somewhere. And I was sort of stood there and I was asking myself, and this voice says, "Help me," a male voice, just out of the blue, "Help me." But it sounded quite sort of a desperate sort of "help me."
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I mean, what thing is, you don't hear them until I didn't hear it, so you don't hear them until you play it back. So you can't do a lot to help anyway. You're not hearing it. You don't hear anything.
Sometimes you can hear them audibly. I've heard it before. Where I've heard a voice and think, and I'm looking at people thinking, did somebody just say something then? And they go, no, but I just heard something. And when you play it back on a voice recorder, like you say, there it is there. But you can audibly hear it. Me and Luke have had this a few times with a whistle at the, what's the name of that theatre, Luke?
The Groundlings.
Groundlings.
Oh, brilliant. I love it.
Me and Luke were sitting on the stage, weren't we, Luke? And Luke's REM pod was going off, bleep, 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 all the time. Wasn't it? We thought we had a fault with the REM pod. Well, okay. And then we're sort of sitting there chatting, me and Luke, like you do, you just chat away. I said, I wonder if they'll respond to a whistle. And we're like, wouldn't it, Luke? And we sort of sat there, listen, and we're come directly straight back. And we're like,
yeah, that's brilliant.
Where did that come from? So they are very intelligent when you get that response.
Oh God, yeah. We had a lot of good ones there. I like the Grounders. That's some fantastic things at the Grounders. Best ghost picture there. Ghost of a child. I love that place.
Okay.
We were me and my missus when we went one time. We were sat there in the lounge area where the bar is. You could hear running upstairs. There was somebody running upstairs. That sounded like a load of kids or something. But they were running. We were like, we don't run around on a ghost hunt. Yeah, people don't run around.
Yeah.
But this was like, it sounded like children running upstairs. We could hear it. I mean, we couldn't work out what it was or who it was.
Yeah, Ghost Dragon Investigations, but I got my best EVPs through static cameras. And I think when we were at the Groundlings, me and Luke, we thought we saw someone up in a projector room. Do you remember, Luke? Can't hear you, mate. Can't hear you. Right. But me and Luke have sat on the stage and looked up, and we saw what we looked like. Where the projector room is up on the right-hand side. That there was somebody moving around in there. Me and Luke both looked up and went, "Who's up there then?" And we sort of shone the torch, and there was nobody out there, but it was definitely movement backwards and forwards across, like they were watching, looking, that sort of thing. It's a great place. We had a real good night there.
Yeah, I like it.
And I think when Julie was doing her introduction, we could hear someone running down the stairs there, because we all stopped and looked at the stairs thinking someone was going to come in and join, but nobody turned up. But you heard like someone was coming downstairs. So it's interesting you saying you could hear children running up and down.
Yeah. We contacted 3 children when we were the first time we went. We had a Stephen, we had a Wilfred, and a Rebecca, and we contacted these 3 children. And then the following time we went, that's when I got the ghost picture of the boy, the ghost video.
Right,
on that seat in the entrance. But I think it might have been them, because it looked like there was more than one.
This is what Jen's drew from there.
A matron.
The matron there.
The matron.
Yeah, Jen does spirit art.
Oh right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the matron. Where's that? The school.
Yeah,
the school. Yeah.
For the Groundlings.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's a matron, eh?
Yeah,
I suppose it must have had a yeah.
Got lots of things come through when she's sitting there drawing. This was where was this?
Oxford
Castle. Then we
Looks
can
a bit
see that.
meany. Looks
Yeah,
a bit mean. Yeah.
he's got a scar and all of that on his
blimey,
face.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that was one that
that's
came
good,
through at
yeah.
Oxford Castle. Yeah, he gets a good
Blimey.
pictures come through, so it's quite interesting
Yeah.
to watch.
Could do
You know,
with,
she'd just
could
sit
do
there
with
and
Jen,
everybody. Hey,
could do with Jenny up the Logersville Castle. See what
yeah,
she
I'm
can
sure
draw up
she'll
there.
go. Yeah, we could meet up there one day. Jen will
Get
sit
a
there and
picture
do
of
a bit
king.
of drawing.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
That'd be good. And
well,
see what you get.
they
Yeah,
do.
that'd be good.
They do come through. They do come through to
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
So it would be
I'm
interesting.
sure Henry
Put
would.
a face.
Henry would.
Yeah, put a face to a
I'm
name.
sure.
That was the Titchfield.
That was
Yeah. Oh,
the
lovely.
Titchfield Hotel, Angela.
Bugle.
Bugle, that's it.
Bugle.
Oh,
That
blimey.
one.
Who's
Yeah.
that then? Who's that one?
Well,
She was.
well, she was murdered in the graveyard behind. We found out later because the picture drew the picture and we weren't sure. So we looked at the history of the Bugle, and there was like 3 murders in the graveyard. And this lady was a dead ringer for one of the ladies in the graveyard.
The picture we
The
found.
picture we found online, yeah,
Incredible,
the dead ringer for her, face and everything.
Incredible.
So it's
Yeah,
interesting. It picks up when Jen gives
Yeah.
some pictures. It puts a face to a name, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when it sort of tallies with something as well, isn't it? If it tallies up with
Yes.
something else, then that's
Yeah.
more incredible. Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy
Have
stuff.
you got another one, Angela?
I've got Jamie's one from North Fort.
All right, listen to this one then.
It's after about 36 seconds. I can't make it skip forward. But, he says, "Blessed to the spirits," and then you can hear something. Well, hopefully you can if I can get it loud enough.
Okay.
So turn it right up.
Speaking to her.
I couldn't turn it up any higher, unfortunately.
No, you could hear something vaguely there, couldn't you?
Well, you wouldn't. It was like some tapping noises, but I had it 100% volume, but it's too quiet.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I can send it to you, Paul. Okay, mate. Yeah, send it. Just bear with me a second. I'll see if I can find another one. You got another one of Graham's to play, Angela?
Yep, I'll just put this message up first, Martin.
Okay. Oh, Martin Stewart. Hi, Martin. Welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. We were on a live and got an EVP of a female, and there were only 2 males, but never heard it. But the watchers did. Was in the online news about it, and went sound experts, and they could explain it. We have found out. Hi, Mark. It was just outside Bath in the train tunnels.
Ooh.
But we've had it on here before, haven't we? Where we've been chatting away doing the Monday Night Live, and we've had voices come through on here. We're really not quite sure who it is,
Yeah.
but it's a very strange thing when they come through. But it's very hard to, obviously you're out to debunk it, aren't you? But sometimes I don't know, we just can't because of what we hear. Have you got your microphone sorted, Luke?
Just lit
I'll
up.
take that as no then. Just shake your head or. That's a no then. I was going to ask you about Merrist Wood Saturday, but never mind. Let's play another one of Graham's ones then.
There's one at the Crown in Alton, a few years ago. I'll do that one.
Yeah, that was quite a good place.
Things. Supposed to change it. Everything was all because it's nowhere otherwise. All the place. Just everything was stressed. I should know. Spectacular. Nobody else knows.
Don't know what that was. Did have some drum banging there, though. There was some drum banging down there.
But there
I
is a
picked up some
voice
drum.
when you're talking. That's
Yeah,
sort
there
of in
is.
the
Yeah, I
back
don't know what it is.
copies
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, the one drum banging as well.
Yeah,
I like the best one was at the wardrobe. The drum in the
yeah.
wardrobe. I can't never
Nice.
get over that one. that was the best response I've ever had.
Sometimes,
That.
yeah. Sometimes you
Yeah.
get such a good response that you can't believe that what you're actually getting is real,
I mean,
isn't it?
somebody must have been there to do that. They must have been in there to do that.
Yeah.
Somebody must have been tapping those drums. I mean, there was no one there.
But
So
you think,
it
is
does
it
make you wonder
intelligent or
all the time.
residual? Do you think that was
Well,
intelligent
very
or
intelligent.
residual, Brian?
I think it was intelligent because it did exactly what I asked.
Yeah.
In fact, it actually did the three. I did the three drum sounds, and he did the three drum sounds on the drums. So it was
Incredible,
intelligent,
isn't it?
absolutely intelligent. That was, yeah. It was a little kid as well. I think it was a little kid called Christopher. We found the name of Christopher. I think Julia
Right.
found the name Christopher, a little boy.
Okay. Yeah.
And I had a shadow figure in that room. I caught a shadow figure on a video in there one time I was there, going off the settee and going around it towards the fireplace. Just disappeared. It was
Right.
quick, really quick. And a ghost of a lady sat on the settee. I caught as
Oh,
well
wow.
in a picture. Yeah, just to look like she got a hood on or something.
Did you see it by eye or just caught it on the camera?
Just on the camera. I never see anything. I totally oblivious to anything. I must be asleep.
Strange, isn't
I don't know. There's something. I'm
It does
missing
get
something.
late,
I tell
doesn't
you. I
it?
don't know. Well, yeah, but I don't hear any of the EVPs I capture. I don't hear anything there. I've only heard a couple of things at the castle. The last couple of times I've been at the castle, I've started to hear. I heard this bloke's voice talking up there. It was only me and my wife up there, and I thought it was somebody behind a fence, because the fence just runs around one side of the castle. There's a fence to someone's garden.
Right. Yeah.
And I was sort of shouting, "Is anybody there? So anybody talking behind the fence?" And no one said nothing. But it was only for a second. He only said it for a couple of seconds. But this male voice said something when we were talking, and I played it back a few times, and there's no voices apart from that voice in that particular time. There was nothing after it. So if it'd been people in the garden, you'd have heard more voices.
Yeah. Yes. Have you ever caught like horses running, galloping, like in your EVP?
I haven't. No, not there, not up there. No, you thought you might, unless the thing is, I don't suppose they rode the horses around inside the castle. I don't know. They were just outside the castle. But I haven't heard. I haven't heard any. But I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I was up there, and I was walking around, and I walked around the perimeter. The top, there's like a mound that goes up, it goes all around, and I was walking on top of it all the way around. And there was a lady inside the castle walking around. She had 5 kids with her, little kids. There's like 5 of them. And I was walking around, and I got to a point. I said, "Oh, that lady must be Catholic with all those kids." I think I must have upset somebody, because I heard the biggest, loudest bangs I never heard that as loud as that up there. Right next to me, someone went bang, bang, bang on something, but there was nothing there to hit. And I could hear this banging, and I could also hear it the other side of the castle when I was walking around. And in the tower, I heard it again. Not as heavy, but this was really heavy banging. When I said about this woman being Catholic, maybe I upset him.
Maybe she
but
was.
there was nothing to hit though. That was the trouble. There was nothing to hit. You know.
I'll have a listen to it, Jamie. Yeah. So, next one, Angela, have we got another one?
This is the one at the wardrobe.
Well, this is the wardrobe one.
Without banging the drum. There's 6 drums in the fireplace. Can you tap one of them? Make a little noise. Little tune. A little tune on the drum, like. Boop, boop, boop. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I do.
I love that
good,
one. That was total response for what I said. I couldn't have asked for a better response than that.
Yeah.
Just play that again, Angela. Can you play again?
Yeah.
That's incredible, wasn't it?
Without banging the drum. There's 6 drums in the fireplace. Can you tap one of them? Make a little noise. Little tune. A little tune on the drum, like. Boop, boop, boop. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
How
What I
bad is
should have done, I should have said, I should have said how many drums there were. I should have said, could you bang each drum and let me know how many drums there are? I wish I'd said that. That was something I should have. I might ask if I go again. If we go again there, if you tell me how many drums there actually are, I'll bang all of them. Because I said bang 3 times and he did 3 times. But,
oh, wow.
Must have been on the same drum. Yeah, must have been on the same drum.
Yeah.
But
That's mad, isn't it? That's a
yeah, it is. Yeah,
brilliant response, isn't it? Incredible.
That's the same room that when Julia was in there, they were doing a Ouija board session, and we had the name Keris said by a spirit on my voice recorder. They were asking for the name. This male voice said Keris. Give me Keris is a Welsh name.
Yeah.
And the wardrobe's got a lot to do with the Welsh Fusiliers or whatever they are, the Welsh Army or Welsh. It's something to do with the Welsh. Some of it.
Oh, wow.
This name Keris came up just out of the blue by a male spirit said it. But just on my voice recorder, we didn't hear it, but just on the voice recorder.
Yeah.
The name Keris.
Oh, wow,
that was quite good.
And that's good evidence, isn't it? Because it's relating to the surroundings that you're in and what you're doing, isn't it? You're getting that direct EVP response to it. We got another one, Angela?
This one is at the Lamb in Thiel. It says a gruff voice responding to Neil, but seems to copy what Hayden says right after. So
Can't work this one out who that is.
Make a noise.
That's cool.
Do you get a lot of noise in here?
Oh, okay.
Really? Very quiet in here tonight.
You weren't that quiet. Yeah, just after Neil said something, there was a really strange sort of response, but he couldn't make out exactly what it was. But it was quite a gruff voice saying whatever it was. But I can't work out what it was.
The pub in Hill.
That was the lab, yeah. And I had a girl giggling there as well. Recorded a little girl giggling.
We actually saw an apparition there in the mirror.
Did you? Yeah, that's another good place. That is. There's a few things.
We were upstairs, and my partner Jen she kept saying, "Oh, every time I go, we don't get anything. Nothing ever happens, and it must be me that's stopping it." So we went there this night, and we were upstairs in the bedroom upstairs, with the bathroom on it.
Yeah.
and I was sitting in the bar. We were table tipping, and it was going really, really quickly. And then suddenly, boom, it just stopped. And we're thinking, right. You know, when it suddenly stops, you know something else is coming beyond that. So it just sudden silence in the whole of the room. It's just really strange. So I went and sat in the bathroom out the back with another lady, and I was looking at the mirror, sort of down through the door, and Jen, Dora, a few other people were sitting on the bed on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Jen shouted out, "Are you standing up in the bathroom?" I went, "No, I'm sat down." And she's like, "Oh my God." And there was a shadow of a man in the mirror. Of course, then at that split second,
silver outfit he had on.
like a silver outfit. That split second, everybody in the room saw it. And then you imagine there's beds flying, tables going over, screaming, shouting. It was just a mass panic. I went to get up to see, and something grabbed me on the shoulder and held me on the floor. So I couldn't get up. And I thought, get off. And I sort of shot into the room, and it was just mass panic. And said, "What did you see?" They said, "Well, he saw a man in the mirror. He appeared in the mirror. I don't know who he was, but he appeared." What a great. You loved that, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was just mass panic in the room because, I said to Jim, "There you go. See, you've asked for it. They've come and delivered."
Yeah.
Was that the upstairs room? Was that the one? Was that room 10? Was that room 10 up there? Was it?
It's the one upstairs.
You got up some stairs into the room.
That's it. Yeah.
I think you got. Yeah, that's where I had the giggle. Yeah,
and then
that's where I caught the
we
giggle.
had a couple of ladies doing some scrying in there, with the mirrors.
Oh yeah.
That was the most creepiest thing I'd ever seen. That was, though she was looking deep into the mirror, and we're saying, "Is that you? Can you come forward?"
Red light under her.
She had a red light under her chin, sort of highlighting her face. And at first, you could see what looked like sideburns appearing on her face. We're like, and I'm looking and thinking, "It looks like sideburns. She's got sideburns." And then said, "Can you come closer, Spirit? Can you tell us how many in the room?" And literally, Graham, her face was solid on the mirror, but her eyes looked at each and every one of us around the room. But her head was still in the mirror. It was the most creepiest thing I'd ever seen. And I'm like, "Whoa, that's creepy." Because her head was still looking, but her eyes were looking around the room. You're thinking, "Oh, is this time to exit the room?" But that was the creepiest thing I've seen in the scrying. Really, really was. But it was a good place. And I think that was the one where Darren saw a man look through the door, didn't he?
That's it.
When they were kept saying it.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Because they were downstairs and they thought they saw someone open the door, look up the stairs, and then close the door and then walk off. Because he said to me, "Was it you?" And I said, "No, I was in the front room, downstairs at the front." He said, No. Surely you did not. I said, No. And apparently a few years before, they had the same thing again, where the door opened downstairs. A man looked up the stairs, shut the door and walked off. So it's incredible, that one. That was a good venue, that one, the Lamb.
It's brilliant when you get things like that. It's brilliant, isn't it? It does make you sort of think what's... I mean, I could never understand people who are skeptics, hardened skeptics who don't believe nothing, because I've had so much problems with skeptics, sort of not believing what you put, and they call you all kinds of things. Oh yeah, you're fraud and liar and God knows what else.
Yeah, it can be quite brutal, can't they?
Yeah, but I mean, they must, all this kind of stuff. You can't have all this stuff and it be nothing. It's just too much stuff, isn't there?
There's always something behind it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Some people, I've been on paranormal ghost hunts with skeptical people, and this guy, once I did the Robert Denholm House, which is the main Air Force base for the Royal Canadian Air Force during World War II. And the basement is as haunted, and I mean as haunted, really haunted. And I've done it a couple of times with a different paranormal group. So
Barry Guy,
yeah, I did it with Barry Guy down there.
From the Help
My House of Haunted guy, him. So we were down there. And I was down there with another guy that came along. I said, "Oh, are you into the paranormal?" He went, "No," that sort of question. I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, well, I've come to keep my girlfriend company. She wanted me to drive her here, but I don't believe in any of this." So I said, "That's fine. That's perfectly fine." I said, "How about you come down the basement with me and see what we can get?" because she'd gone off to do a different experiment. And he's like, yeah, nothing will happen anyway, because I don't believe any of it. And I thought, well, okay. And I know the basement's haunted, because I know it is. So we went down the basement, and we're standing there. He's quite a big guy, quite a stocky guy. Obviously works out a bit. And he's going, nothing down here. Then I'd say, Spirit, if you're here, can you please open the door? Because I knew there was a door down on the right. And you imagine in the basement, it's dark. You cannot see anything other than make out the pillars underneath, sort of thing, with your eyes. And I know the door doesn't go anywhere. And he heard the rattling of the door handle. And he said, what's that? I said, sounds like someone's coming. No. He said, there's got to be windows. So both went and had a look with torches. No windows, it's just like a storeroom in there. Anyway, we're standing there. I said, Spirit, can you come and join us? And you heard the door open and bang, bang. It was like, no, there's somebody there. I said, but there's no one there. Look, with the torch. And just as I said, there's someone in the basement. You know when someone rushes past you, you get that wind as they go past?
Yeah.
What was that? I said, that's Spirit running around. And you could see this black shadow in the darkness moving around the basement. Next thing I do, I turn around and he's running. He's off. He's not having any of it. He's gone. How he didn't crash and fall over, I don't know, in the basement. And he's gone up the stairs, and I was like, thank you, Spirit. That was brilliant. You know, and I stayed down here for 5 or 10 minutes more interacting with him because they came forward. They've done what we asked, and it's disrespectful to run off anyway. So I said, thank you for doing that. You know, brilliant. You can stay down here, but don't follow us out. You know, have a good evening down here with other people. And you just heard the door click, the door shut. I thought, well, something's happened. So I went out and he's in the car park like that, trying to light a cigarette. I said, you're all right. He said, mate, what was that? I said, I don't know. I said, I didn't see anything. And his girlfriend came out. She said, what on earth's happened to you? He said, you ain't going to believe what's happened to us down there. And he went through it. She said, but you don't believe. He said, don't tell me I don't believe. Something came past me, brushed past me, and there's nothing there. So don't tell me I don't believe. I said, you came as a bloke that just came along for a drive. He said, mate, I'd never go down there again. I said, come down again. We'll have another go. No, I'm quite happy to be in the light. And that was a real good one. And we had the same thing with Barry Guy. It appeared there. It came out. The cameraman was shaking and all sorts of things. It was actually a brilliant contact. Yeah, it was so good. But it's very, very haunted because 2 Canadian Air Forcemen took a lady of the night back there and murdered her. And they were executed for it there. So they're still there. But it was head office of the Canadian Royal Air Force. That's where they train their pilots there. So it's quite a history in there. You've got another one, Angela, there?
Yeah, I've got one more. One at Fort Horsted, where there's lots of weird noises.
Not the singing.
Looking forward. Any spirits on the stairs, on the staircase? Come forward, please. Any spirits on the stairs? Any stairs here in front of me? Any spirits down that end?
Not the singing. That's supposed to be the singing one, isn't it?
Yeah. There's definitely music there, is it? I thought I heard yes, it did. I thought I heard a voice say yes, it did. But you can hear the singing, can't you?
Yeah.
When you listen to it, I mean, you can hear. First of all, you can hear a violin, like someone starting to play a violin, and then you can hear someone. She's la in a song, and you hear drums.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Christine
that was the weirdest thing.
That's wild, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. There was another one down there where I had giggling. Somebody was giggling down the tunnels. But I said, I was looking down the tunnel. There was another tunnel. There was giggling. I never heard it, but it was on the voice recorder. These women,
There was
sound like two women or two girls.
By the stairs, at the beginning of the tunnels, them stairs.
Yeah, before you go down underneath and back up. Yeah. But this was this is in the bit before you go down, because I think there's 3 or 4 flights of stairs going down and back up in there. So, but it was just before that. It's in the tunnel. Just before that, where the singing come from the tunnel somewhere down the bottom, somewhere. It was really weird to hear. I never heard any of it. I didn't hear it, but I did hear something. But I didn't hear that. I just like it was quite noisy. Well, you know, I could hear 1 or 2 little things, but I couldn't quite make out what anything was. But I didn't hear that. But that was incredible when I heard that when I listened to it.
You play that again, Angela?
Oh, yeah.
Is that enough?
Gotta find it again now.
Sorry, my bad.
I can't hear it that well here. I can only hear some of it.
That's why I put me here up to the speaker of the.
Might be my phone. My phone.
Come forward. Who's spirits on the stairs, on the staircase? Come forward, please. Any spirits on the stairs? Any stairs here in front of me? Any spirits down that end?
Yeah, I can hear that singing.
That's mad, isn't it? That clear singing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That one, I like that one. But definitely, there's a voice there saying yes, he did.
I was down there by myself when I filmed that. When I videoed that, I was on my own down there because I lost the group. Because the group were down the other end, right down the other end doing something. And I've gone off to change the batteries. And when I come back, they're all gone. So I stayed there. And I set up and I walked around all down there all by myself. It was so spooky. I never done anything like it. I had a torch and my camcorder. That was it. And I just videoed with my camcorder and I had my little torch. That's all I had. Walking around. It was so dark. And I thought, what am I doing here? Doing this. But to capture.
I think that
I wouldn't have caught that. Yeah, but I wouldn't have caught that had it not been there. So
yeah.
Quite incredible, weren't you?
You were obviously meant to hear it, weren't you?
Oh yeah, but it was really weird because it's come from right down that tunnel.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but crazy that was.
That's the one where I think Halstead was the one where we got the mark came through on the voice recorder. When it Luke was Mark.
Can you hear me?
Yay! You're back.
It's echoing.
No.
It's echoing now.
No, it's fine.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Was it Port? I haven't been at Port Halstead.
Oh, right. Might have been Purbrick. We got the mark then.
It was Purbrick, yeah.
It was Purbrick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good capture. That one. We asked, is there anybody here? Can you come forward? And you hear Mark clearly on the voice recorder. So that was a good capture. Interesting. I love doing the old EVPs. 9 times out of 10 you don't get anything, but you get that one thing, and it makes the night, doesn't it? Because you get it and you think, you know what, I could go home quite happy now. Now I've got that. It'd be interesting. We were at Fort Brockhurst, Graham, on Saturday night for the English Heritage. We're doing a charity night there for them, for the English Heritage. but it hasn't been done for about 10 years because once they took over, they stopped all the paranormal stuff there.
All right.
So we're doing a charity paranormal night there Saturday night for them. So
All right.
we'll have voice
Good.
recorders, cameras, everything going, mate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
see what we can capture.
Because they owned Longshaw Castle, English Heritage.
Oh, do they?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they look after that and everything. Yeah, they're good
Oh,
actually.
right.
They do a good job up there. They keep it really nice up there. Ever so nice.
Do
Really
they?
tidy, really. Yeah, they do. It's always tidy, always nice. Until the kids get up
Good.
there, it's throw stuff around. But
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
good actually up there. They do look after it
know.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're helping them out. So all the tickets are on
good.
sale. So
Where's
get your
that?
tickets
Where's
if
that?
you. It's
Whereabouts is
at
that?
Gosport, I think it is. Is it Angela?
Oh,
Gosport.
Right.
Yeah. It's Fort Brockhurst.
Oh, I heard,
So-
yeah. I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's it's the biggest fort I've ever seen. It is huge. One of the biggest forts. Good night. Always been a spooky night. Night, Graham. Jen's asleep, so she won't say good night to you. Your brother's saying good night. Nah. She's gone, passed out. Your brother's saying good night.
Oh, night. Right. Right. I've gone.
Anyway, yeah,
that
so we're
Saturday?
there Saturday night,
Yeah.
doing a
Yeah.
charity paranormal night for them. So we were talking about it a bit earlier when we first come on. So obviously, all the money, non-profitable venue goes all to them. So they'll be pleased. So there's the website down there. Go onto the website, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see ticket source. Click on there and take you straight through to the booking. Easy as that. So there is tickets spare. So if you're about and you don't want to get doing trick or treat, eating too many sweets, come to Fort Brockhurst with us. I say we will be there. So we will do an EVPs and camera work with and all sorts of things with the people that come. So be interested to see, what we capture that night because it hasn't been done. And we went there to have a quick look around to show us what the fort was about. And we quickly run back inside. We asked the lady if we could run back inside and quickly do an EVP in one of the keeps. And we sort of went back in there. So if there's anybody here, blah, 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 you knew there was someone there when we first looking around. It was like they was right behind you, that feeling someone's right on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And it came back with like, what's that? Well, it's like a voice, but it sounds like a trumpet playing. And we said to the lady, because we said to the lady about it, she said she stays there all night on her own in the fort. She just sleeps anywhere in the fort. She said she's never encountered anything, but then she says, I'm not looking for anything either because I'm there on my own. So,
yeah. Fair enough.
and when we played her the EVP, she's like, oh, wow, I've never heard that before. So it should be an interesting night where, it will be a good night. And because it hasn't been done for so long, there's be some good energy there. We've only got half the fort, which is a massive part of the whole. So it has the prison cells and the keeps and the guard room and all of that in it. So, because it's such a massive site, it'd be difficult to keep everybody contained within that site because it is massive, massive, massive. They made such a great job of renovating it, but it looks great inside. Obviously it takes a lot of money to keep it renovated, but and we've been sent over from America some REM pods to try out.
Oh, right. Oh, quite good.
So, yeah. So we'll try them on Saturday night. KR, I think it's KR and K in America. They build ghost hunting equipment. So we've got some of their REM pods on there. So we'll give them a try Saturday night. We've had it go off here. It's sitting in the corner going off. So, but we know this is haunted anyway. So it's not surprised when the REM pod goes off or the voice recorder catches out. We're not surprised. Anyway, anything else, Angela?
Yeah.
Well, there are a couple more if you want to keep going.
Yeah, go for it. Let's have a couple more. They're interesting.
No, it's just the other Fort Horsted one with the giggling.
Okay.
Oh, the giggler, yeah, that was interesting as well. I've never heard it.
Any spirits down here? Whistle. We can do it again. Whistle, please.
I think the whistling won't be either.
Do that again, please. You whistle. The spirits on the stairs, can you
Hear it?
come forward?
Yeah. Just as you said something, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's giggling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whistle louder. Can you whistle louder, please? You spirit walk, can you show some? Upstairs. The spirit they're whistling, can you whistle again, please?
Yeah, definitely had the giggling bits. And then
Yeah.
it sounded like a little conversation in the distance.
Yeah, that was weird, that one, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, the
And that was
giggling,
in
yeah, it's quite loud as well.
That was in Fort Halstead, was it?
Yeah, yeah, down another tunnel. That was another tunnel. It was
Oh,
the
wow.
same. It was the same side, but it was the other further up towards the away from the tunnel that goes down to the bottom and back up. It was away. It was more to the left of that, down the other end. There was another tunnel leading off again. It was down to that one.
Yeah.
But there's a few tunnels leading off, I think.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Interesting, that one.
Yeah. Oh, there's that. I just found the one where you're asking about King Richard.
Oh yeah,
Who's
that was
Henry
interesting too.
something. Just found that one. Hang on, where's the?
Well done, Angela.
Henry, it's your dad. No, your uncle, Richard. Richard, your uncle. Yes. When you went skiing, you followed us around the castle, walking around with us. Oh yeah, forward please. Here. We got flash points.
Yeah.
Henry, it's your dad.
Cool.
That's interesting.
I mean, he said
And
that
that's-
Richard is his uncle, not was his uncle. And the thing is that Henry never met his uncle. He never met him because he died before Henry was born, Richard. So he didn't actually know him, or
wow.
he hadn't met him, or anything. He didn't know it. He didn't know
Yeah,
him. He knew
yeah.
of him, but he didn't know him because he weren't alive. He was dead then, Richard.
Oh,
Died
wow.
before Henry was born. Yeah,
That makes it even more intrigued, doesn't it?
yeah.
If he didn't
Especially
actually
when
know
it says
him.
he is. Yeah, and he is his uncle. He must still be. He must see him. I imagine he must
Yeah,
see him
yeah.
still.
Yeah,
he
he
says
must
he
wander
is.
around the ruins, mustn't he?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know whether Richard ever went there, but I mean, I have asked. I haven't come across Richard yet,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
or even King John. I haven't come across. He was there. He went there with his wife as well, apparently, before Henry. But I haven't come across King John either. But Henry's definitely there.
Do you think they're buried there somewhere? Do you think they're in the crypt somewhere?
No, well, Eleanor's buried. Well, it's right with Eleanor. She's because Henry's buried in Westminster, or his remains, whatever. But Eleanor died at Amesbury Abbey, I think, and they buried her in Amesbury Abbey Gardens. Apparently, it's an unmarked grave. They didn't know where she's buried. They took her heart over to Westminster to be buried with Henry when she died. But her actual remains were buried in Amesbury Abbey, in Amesbury, just up the road, not far from Longford.
Yeah.
Because she spent the rest of her days in the Abbey, I think, before she died. Yeah.
You think she'd be buried with him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, heart is. They took her heart and buried it with him. but the rest of them was they buried her in the Ainsbury Abbey grounds, an unmarked grave. They didn't mark it or anything. Not marked, apparently. That's what they reckon.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So somewhere in
interesting, isn't
Ainsbury
it?
Abbey, the ground, she's there. Yeah.
She's there. That'd be
They
your
took her
next
heart.
target, then, mate. That's your next
What,
dog
Ainsbury
walking
Abbey?
exercise.
Yeah, but think Ainsbury Abbey it's a residential home now. It's been
Oh,
is
turned
it?
into a residential home. Yeah, been converted into a residential home on the grounds. So you can't really go
That'd
there,
be.
unfortunately.
Well, you can walk around the grounds. Say you're looking for someone.
Well, yeah.
Trouble is doing that. They say, "Come on, young man, you need to go back to your room now." Yeah, but I don't live
Oh
here.
yeah, probably. Yeah,
Come on,
yeah, probably.
you end up staying there.
Likely. Yeah,
Have you got another one there,
yeah.
Angela?
last one.
Last
This,
one.
this is the one from Fort Widley with the really loud knocks.
Oh god, yeah, that was. I heard that as well. I heard it.
Hey,
I never heard
what's
that.
that? Hello? You okay? Hello?
It was right at the beginning of the bags.
Yeah.
He
Shall I play it?
jumped out my skin. Yeah, I did. He jumped
Yeah.
out my skin when I heard that. It was right in my ear hole.
This story's about now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
you
about.
hear it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Dung, dung, dung.
Yeah, it was so loud when I was there. It was unbelievably loud. Right, it was like someone was right next to me hitting something or banging something right next to my ear hole. And I heard, the funny
Yeah.
thing is, on another visit, I was right down the other end of the tunnels, and I recorded exactly the same bangs
Mm.
down
Oh,
the other
really?
end of the tunnels. Yeah, twice.
Mm.
Somebody hitting exactly the same thing, like hitting an oak door, solid oak door. It sounded
Yeah.
like something solid. But
Yeah.
I hit it twice down that end and once up this end, but they're all the same sounding bangs, you know? Really
Yeah.
weird that
How
was.
strange is that? That's really
Yeah.
strange, isn't it? How they're the same
Yeah, it was.
noises,
Yeah.
but in different places.
Yeah.
Do you think they were trying to get your attention?
Possibly. I didn't hear that at the time either. We didn't hear any of that.
Oh, wow.
I only heard it when I recorded it. I didn't hear it when I was there. But I did hear the first one when I was there.
Mhm.
We couldn't miss it. I nearly well. I didn't expect that. I was walking down there by myself. I was on my own, walking down there, walking down towards the spiral staircase. I was walking down that tunnel down there towards the staircase, and
Yeah.
that's when it did it. I tell you what, I had in
Oh.
the same spot, exactly that same spot where I had the bag in. I was there another time, and I had three pistol shots from a pistol.
Ah,
I recorded it. I didn't hear it. I recorded pistol shots. Yeah,
bloody hell.
down the tunnel, echoey pistol shots. That was quite
Oh.
weird. That was. They
yeah.
missed. but yeah, that was weird. Yeah, to hear that. I didn't.
It was too
I didn't
dark to
expect
see
to
you,
hear
mate. They couldn't shoot you.
Oh. Well, yeah.
I thought, here he is,
Yeah,
here he is again. Here he is again. Let's
Yeah.
try and shoot
We'll
him.
have it this time. Get him this time. Yeah. We can't bang him on the head.
Yeah. We can't stick him with a sword. We'll have to shoot him.
Oh, that's some really good stuff there. I had a lot of Dominic responses down there.
Oh, yeah.
I spent a lot of time asking for Dominic down there, and I got loads of recordings, voice recordings from down there of different stuff.
Oh,
He
wow.
said his name, Dominic. Actually, did say his name on the recording.
Wow.
Quite good. We actually know that he was there. And I've got a lot of information. Basically, when he was there, roughly how old he was. I got quite a lot of information on him, but not enough to only sort of little bits, but enough to know about a little bit about him. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
That was quite interesting actually. I love going there, to Widley, because it's I just go down the bottom, I sit down there all night,
Mm.
talk to
Yeah.
talk to Dominic, like I go to Lucas and talk to Henry. Whoever's there, you know.
You start
But
your
I
own
mean,
circle,
Dominic,
mate.
he's
That's right.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, the Dominic Appreciation Club. I do like going to Ridley talking. I spend a lot of time talking up down the bottom there. I stay down the same place all the time. Set my camera up, set my voice recorder up. I get all sorts now. I've had all sorts down there talking down that end.
Weird, isn't it?
Bangs,
They obviously like you, mate. They obviously like you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Must do something.
Maybe because you
I
listen to them, nobody else does.
I've stood there in the pitch black talking. But at least I do. It's nice to get responses though. Makes it worthwhile if you get something. You know,
Yeah. It makes the evening, doesn't it? When you come back and listen to it, you think, "Oh my God, I've got it! I've actually got a response."
Yeah.
You know,
every time I go to the Longest I have to ask questions from the last visit because I obviously don't hear it. So I'm hearing stuff on one visit, and I ask about it on the next visit, and then I get other stuff on that visit, and then ask about that. So I'm going along asking questions all the time about what different things they've done or said, or quite fascinating, really.
That's incredible, isn't it?
I can't believe some of it. You know, it's just like an ongoing thing, and they remember you as well. They do remember. If I don't go there for about a month, if I didn't go there for a month, they still remember me. I mean, Dominic remembers me after not going there for a year or a couple of years. He still remembers if I go back. You know,
probably recognises your voice.
Yeah, possibly. Then they remember names. I get that to Jamaica in. You know, they remember your name. They remember who you are. You know,
mad, isn't it? How they can do that?
Yeah. I mean, don't know why not really. I mean,
you know. True. Yeah, why shouldn't they remember you? Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Graham. Anyway,
they got better memory than I got. I tell you, because I don't remember nothing.
My memory's
brilliant.
Shocking. Look, what was Saturday night like?
A bit quieter than normal, I thought it was.
Okay.
I tried my new voice recorder, but didn't get too much really.
No, didn't get much at all.
No.
Well, we'll have a look and just put mine side by side and just copy it over.
Yeah.
What you got, Luke? What did you get, Luke? You bought one, did you?
Yeah, so Philips voice tracer.
Oh, Philip,
Yeah.
Same as mine, a Philips voice tracer.
That's it,
There's 3 microphones on it, so it works well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, really good. Anyway, Graham, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. Them EVPs are mad, mate. Absolutely mad. Never heard anything like it. Keep sending them in.
50 million. I got loads.
I always listen to them and respond. Always. I always listen, and I respond back to them. So thank you so much for coming on tonight and talking to us. It's been a great night. Really, really interesting how you get and what you get, and thank you so much. So if there's no other questions or anything else, no comments. Okay, so it's a big thank you for tuning in tonight, and again, once a big thank you to Graham for spending this bit of his evening with us, explaining his EVPs. So keep an eye out for Graham's EVPs. They often appear, and he gets some great evidence. So, you know, if we get some good ones, we'll get him back on here again, and play him again. So, thank you once again, Graham. Christine, good night. All enjoyed it as usual. Thank you, Christine. Have a great week. So it remains for me to say thank you, everybody, and once again, thank you so much, Graham, Angela, and Luke. And we'll see you all next week with news from Port Brockhurst. So stay tuned. So we'll have hopefully plenty of evidence we can play and try and get on here for you. So tune in next week, see how we got on with the charity event. We're all excited for it. So visit the website, get your tickets. There's still a few tickets left. So get on there, come and join us. So I think it's going to be a great night. So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in and your comments. And we'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Take care.